Today we're shrink wrapping a factory-built substation.
You unroll the Dr. Shrink over the substation. There's a fiber band that wraps around the bottom, and as you heat it, it sticks back to itself over the fiber band. We want it tight. And you start applying heat, and it shrinks up to the modular substation.
And normally we would ship the station open air from the factory to the job site. We build substations in the factory in a controlled, high quality environment, and we're committed to delivering the same quality product to your job site that leaves our factory. These factory built stations travel hundreds of miles.
Yeah, about 2,000, 2,500 miles across the country.
Think about your car, what it would look like after a road trip across the country.
There'll be a lot of bug and road grime on your car.
They don't make car washes for substations.
Nope, haven't found one yet.
So we're shrink wrapping them to keep them clean.
Any kind of contamination can create hot spots or insulator tracking. The electricity can track down the insulators and go to ground, which deletes the purpose of the insulators. Oh, it would take a couple of days to have to go through and check everything and possibly run tests on it to make sure all the insulators are clean and all the live parts are clean. There's no bug contamination in any of the jaws.
This is very important to customer service.
As it gets to the location, we don't want the customer to have to go through cleaning or be worried about anything.
Substation is going to look brand new, just like it did when it left here.
This will eliminate any cleaning once it gets on site. It's about probably the better part of a full day with 3 guys to wrap one.
We went through this a couple of times. It was an initial trial.
If you put too much heat, you can blow holes in it. If you don't apply enough heat, then it won't shrink up like it's supposed to.
So we wrapped the substation, unwrapped the substation.
We've learned the fine lines of how much of heat to apply to it.
And then wrapped it again to make sure we got this thing right.
For the loading process, we're installing zipper holes. Once it's loaded, we can take our slings off, zip it up. When it gets to the location, they can unzip, hook their slings up, pick it up, set it on the ground, and then unwrap it.
The shrink wrap is really easy to remove. You just cut it off.
It takes about 15 minutes with a box cutter.
We send bags for recycling that you can put the scrap wrap in.
They put it in the bags, and UPS will come pick the bags up
and ship back to the shrink wrap factory to reduce environmental waste.
When the station's ready to install.
It's going to look just like it left our factory here when we built it.
However it leaves our shop is how it'll show up to the customer.
It's a commitment to quality, a commitment to customer service, and we want the best product coming to your door.
It take weeks to finish what can be done in days. In fact, why not have substation projects arrive on site ready to just plug in right away? With Distran's express power stations, you can. It's just 3 easy steps. 1. Unload and bolt in place. 2. Make your circuit and secondary connections. And 3. Test and energize. Whether site conditions make it hard to build traditional substations, the project area faces labor shortages, or project duration is cut short, a Distran XPS arrives assembled and ready for installation, so you can install your substation in a fraction of the time. Once on site, our space-efficient assemblies go up like giant building blocks. You can count on using less equipment and fewer people for the install. That's because 1. The entire project is test-assembled in advance at Distran's Project Service Center to ensure that everything fits together perfectly every time. 2. XPS reduces or eliminates site preparation requirements, foundation expense, and the specialty craft labor otherwise required for traditional installations. And 3. Your XPS arrives on site in one easy delivery, ready to be installed and plugged in immediately. That all adds up to lower costs, minimal on-site construction, and rapid installation times. Distran's integrated engineering and fabrication capabilities mean we can design, fabricate, and build your substation project to meet any performance and specification requirements. This is your project done your way, built to your specs and standards. Distran can empower you to overcome the challenges and resource constraints hindering your substation project. We've got 50 years of experience, innovation, and excellence to energize your project.